Hello, everyone. Um, Welcome to Trivia Night. Hello to Justin and Veer, who's here in the chat, as well as with everyone else. You can see there's a little kitten down right there. I've been kitten wrangling. He's crazy. He just woke up. If you're wondering, what is this? I have turned this into a sling for the baby because he wants to sit right here all the time. So he just got up. So he'll probably be right back. So just wait for that, okay? Hello, Kick Rocks, Cuddy Sparrow, Firebro. Live chat on. Thank you, Veer. Here we go. Hello, Mandy Jane, Little J. Good to see you guys. Good day, Dr. Pickle. Hello, Rian. Good to see you. Happy autumn to everyone in the Northern Hemisphere. Happy spring to everyone in the South. Hey, JJ. Good to see you. So, a couple of things. First of all, yes, the schedule has changed to every other week from now on. We're going to alternate geography and history trivia twice a month. Just a lot more manageable for a multitude of reasons for me. Also, before I went live, YouTube was like, hey, where do you want your mid-roll ads? I was like, I don't want mid-roll ads. Yikes. Not only is this an ASMR stream, it's a trivia game. Like, why would I want it interrupted? So, I have it set to manually add mid-rolls, so I'm just never going to add them. So, fingers crossed that that works, that YouTube doesn't put loud mid-roll ads in the middle of this while you're watching it live. That would be horrible. Hello, DR. Welcome. So with that being said, the kitten is bathing himself. He's either going to start screaming at the door or he's going to be up in my face. Keycroc says YouTube Premium, so that's not a problem. But ever thought about Twitch? I have thought about Twitch, Veer. It's just I like having everything on YouTube, so I'm not on like multiple platforms like Patreon or Twitch or anything like that. It's just easier for me to manage. But I have thought about it. I actually have a Twitch that I never, ever, ever used. I forgot why I made it. Twitch will take donations and stuff. Well, so will this. There's super chats you can give to this, but yes, Twitch does that as well. I don't know anything about Twitch's ad policy, so how am I doing, says JJ? I am. Oh, Twitch takes a cut of donations. I see what you're saying. So does YouTube. I think Twitch takes less, though. I'm doing well. I'm actually very tired today because of the little beastie here. He has to be right here at all times. Like 90% of the time he's sitting here, so it's very hard to sleep. I'm very tired. Hello, Najib. Very good to see you. So, with all that being said, let's get into the game. Oh, also, don't forget to like the stream. There's quite a bit of people here. Not a lot of likes. Likes really help circulate these videos around YouTube while it's live and after, so I would appreciate that. A lot of people moved to YouTube because of Twitch's policies with sponsorships. Yes, I saw that. I saw a lot of big Twitch streamers move to YouTube. Yeah, it's a mess. Corporations are greedy. Mandy J says they're also very tired, so the coworkers at the moon. I don't think it's the moon. I think it's just a coincidence. Hello, Jacob. Good to see you. All right, let's get into the game. Veer's constantly tired. Yeah, that happens, I'm sure. Samesies. So this week's trivia is going to be about the countries that we're going to visit in October. I have 15 questions about each country, and there will be some repeat countries from last month. So I'm going to be asking the same questions. I'll just put them in different order. So don't be prepared if you were here last month. You're already one step ahead, I suppose. But we are going to start off our trivia tonight in Jordan. which I was just researching. I'm going to film that video probably tomorrow night. It's really fascinating. So here are 15 questions about Jordan. Oh, Jacob, I'm so sorry about your arm. Broken bones are no joke. I had a very serious break a few years ago. Take it easy. It's hard. Number 1. What is Jordan's most visited tourist site? What is the most visited tourist site in Jordan? And DR's got the very first question of the day. It is Petra. Good job to DR for getting it first, and to everyone else. Everyone got Petra. The answer is Petra, ancient city. My cat is trying to decide what to do. Look how much bigger he's gotten. It's crazy. Number 2. Okay. What river separates Jordan from Israel and the West Bank? And DR already knows it's the River Jordan, where the country gets its name from. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is the River Jordan in Jordan. Number 3. Jordan has a coastline on what body of water? Good morning, Garf, who's going back to sleep. It is the Red Sea. I need more specific. There we go. DR's got it. It's the Gulf of Aqaba. Good job to DR. The answer is the Gulf of Aqaba. My cat is destroying things on my bookshelf. Good job, kitten. Moving up. Hi. Can you see here? Very important cat content happening over here. Yeah, Lawrence of Arabia. Yes. A lot of that took place in Jordan, and I didn't put it down as a question, but they filmed a lot of that movie in Jordan. At some of the places where those battles actually happened, too. Number 4. Why is it called the Dead Sea? Why is the Dead Sea called the Dead Sea? It was a beautifully filmed movie, right? Where'd he go? Hi, Tiny. All right, come on. Let's see. I'm going to give that to. See, here he comes. Hold on. You've all got it, but all right, come on. Come on. Oh, the sun is right here too. Come here. We're not playing this game, Mr. Jet. Yes. It cannot support life because of the salt content. So points to DR and JJ for getting those 2 concepts first. Come on, Tiny. Come on, get in the pouch. When you're ready. This has been my life for the past couple days. This is all he wants to do. There you go. Oh, except you're tangled in the wires now. Any gamers here in the chat? Me. I just finished the Pokemon Violet DLC, so kind of a hardcore gamer. You are tangled on this cord, my love. Please, there you go. Okay. Now you're fine. Get in the pouch. No, okay, he has to do it again. Come on. Number 5. In which desert can you find the Valley of the Moon? In which desert can you find the Valley of the Moon? More specific, DR. It's part of the Syrian desert. I know, he's a very voidy cat. Veer has got it. It is the... No, sorry. Not the Rubal-Khali. DR's got it. It's the Wadi Rum. Stop getting tangled on the cord. Stop getting tangled. There you go. Okay, there you go. In you go. DR's got it. It's the Wadi Rum. There's the baby. Okay. The baby is secure. Moving on. It looks Dune-ish. It does look like Dune, doesn't it? It's giving Dune. Number 6. What ancient Roman ruins can you find in Jordan? There's a lot of, what's the famous ones? There's a lot of Roman ruins. Petra's located in like the south of Jordan. Not quite Philadelphia. I phrase that really badly. Like, what ancient city is a Roman ruin in Jordan? Do you guys hear him? Not Amman. Philadelphia. I think there's multiple Philadelphias here because Amman used to be called Philadelphia, but that's not what I'm going for. There are Roman ruins in Amman, but not the city that I'm thinking of. Okay, squeaky chair is adjusted. Now that the cat is secure. Not Irbid. Not Sarka. This city was founded by the, never mind, Veer's got it. It's Jerash. I was going to say founded by the Greeks, later became a Roman city. It is Jerash is what I'm looking for. Good job, Veer. Is Jerash. Let's see. I need you to lay down so I can move my hand. Otherwise you're going to sink into the pouch. There you go. Good boy. Okay. There we go. We've got him now. Number 7. Oh, shoot. What did the Romans call Amman? Who's going to get it first? What name did the Romans call Amman? And DR's got it first. It is Philadelphia. Good job to DR. The answer is Philadelphia. After, because the next video that I'm going to film is about Amman. It was named by Ptolemy II Philadelphus, so he, even though it means, city of brotherly love, he named it after himself. I just learned it, says Fancy Chair. Perfect. Number 8. Yeah, copying Alexander. No worries, dear. It's fine. Petra was the capital city of what ancient culture? Petra was the capital city of what ancient culture? And Veer's got it first. It is the Nabateans. Good job to Veer for getting it first. There we go. The answer is the Nabateans. It was the capital of the Nabateans. This is territory. Number 9. What Harrison Ford movie was filmed at Petra? What Harrison Ford movie was filmed at Petra? I'll give that to Veer since it's Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. It was not Raiders of the Lost Ark. It was Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. So I'll accept Indiana Jones. Good job to Veer. It was Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Probably, I think Raiders of the Lost Ark is better than Last Crusade, but Last Crusade is number 2 for sure. Raiders took place in Egypt. That is true. Number 10. What Matt Damon movie was filmed in Wadi Rum? What Matt Damon movie was filmed in Wadi Rum? And DR knows it was The Martian. Good job to DR. The answer is The Martian. Since, Valley of the Moon and all of that. It looks like a different planet. Number 11. A temple in Amman is dedicated to what ancient hero? Here's those ruins that DR was trying to talk about before. A temple in Amman is dedicated to what ancient hero? And Veer has got it first. It is Hercules. Good job to Veer for getting it first. The answer is Hercules. The Temple of Hercules. Number 12. Mansaf, Jordan's national dish, was created by what people group? The national dish of Jordan is called mansaf. What group of people invented it? Not the Hashemites. Not Palestinians. Mansaf. The Jordanians. No, not the Sumerians. Not Mesopotamians either. DR was way too soon in history. Veer's way too far back in history. It's more in the middle. What people group invented mansaf, Jordan's national dish? Not the Ottomans. Not the Ottomans, not the Seljuks either. Veer has got it. It's the Bedouins. Good job, too, Veer, for getting it. The answer is the Bedouins. The Bedouins invented mansaf. Number 13. Jordan's full name is the blank Kingdom of Jordan. Fill in the blank. Jordan's full name is the blank Kingdom of Jordan. And DR's got it. It is the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan. Good job to DR. You sure are, DR. The answer is the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan. Number 14. Who controlled Jordan after World War II? Sorry, World War I. Who controlled Jordan after World War I? Jordan controlled itself after World War II. And I'm going to give that to, I guess, half a point to Veer for England, but full points to DR for the UK. That's more accurate. So good job, Veer and DR. It was the United Kingdom. It was under the British Mandate. And number 15, who is the current Queen of Jordan? Instead of you putting down the king, who is the current queen? Who is his wife? And DR knows it is Queen Rania. Good job to DR. The answer is Queen Rania. Queen Rania. All right, the next country we're going to be visiting is Thailand. So here are 15 questions about Thailand. I was just on Google Earth like half an hour ago looking at this region I'm going to talk about. And there's not much to show you on Google Earth other than like a lot of rice paddies and a town. So I'm going to do my best on that, I suppose. Number 1, the Songkran Festival is based around what? The Songkran Festival is based around what? What do you mainly do during Songkran? Like, what's the main element? It's not rice. They do have a lot of rice festivals, but it's not one of them. Not the seasons. Songkran falls on one specific day. James Bond movie takes place in Thailand. I wouldn't be surprised. They have a really big like filming industry. I think they give like discounts to people who film there. So a lot of movies are filmed in Thailand, actually. Let me check on the baby. Oh my gosh. He is asleep in my pouch. Not the solstice, not the harvest. JJ loves Penang curry, favorite Thai food. I don't know what that is, DR, so no. The Songkran Festival, probably one of the biggest holidays in Thailand, is based around what? Very, very had Thai food. Hey, Ariel, good to see you. Not flowers, not death. They use this thing that the festival is based around in various activities during the festival. So not the monarchy, although there are a lot of monarchy festivals. The book I'm going to have for you on Thailand is about all of their festivals. So we're going to learn a lot about all these different holidays. Not dancing, not the moon. I should say they specifically use this thing during the festival. So like they have it in their hands, basically. Not for long, though. Not the floating candles. That's not Songkran. Veer's like listing every Thai holiday except this one. Not the lanterns, like the things from Tangled. They actually do the candles and the lanterns during the same holiday, apparently, which is probably really pretty. I don't know how to give you a hint without giving it away. The Songkran Festival is based around what? If I recall, Songkran is about the purification of the Buddha. Oh, the ocean is close, Veer, not the ocean. So what do they use to kind of symbolize purifying the Buddha? Veer's got it. It's just water. Good job to Veer. The answer is water. It turns into a big water fight, and they throw buckets of water all over each other. It sounds like a lot of fun, especially in like hot, humid Thailand, right? It's based around water. It's a water festival. Number 2, Thailand is the world's largest exporter of what flower? Thailand is the world's largest exporter of what flower? Now, lotus is a good guess. You think it would be lotuses, but it's not lotuses. I'm not sure how you'd import a lotus. They're water flowers. But anyway, it's a very good guess. Not roses, not lilies. DR's got it. It's orchids. Good job to DR. The answer is orchids. They export more orchids than any other country. Now, for the next question, Thailand is like number 2 or 3 in exporting rice. Pretty sure India is number 1. But what is Thailand's most exported rice? Oh, yeah, they've got orchids all over Singapore. Thailand is the number 1 exporter of jasmine rice. Good job to Veer. The answer is jasmine rice. They're not the world's number 1 exporter of rice, but they're the world's number 1 exporter of jasmine rice, which is one of my favorites. I love jasmine rice. I served it the other day to my family, and they were like, it's fine. And I'm like, I love jasmine rice. Anyway, number 4. The world's smallest mammal is found in Thailand. What is it? See, now I made some pan-seared fish with brown rice 2 days ago, and they thought it was fine. Like the rice was okay. They liked the fish, but and I was like, brown rice is good for you. It's not a monkey, not a sugar glider, or a shrew. The world's smallest mammal is found in Thailand. What is it? What's the world's smallest mammal? Think about tiny mammals. Not a mouse, moon rabbit. Not a binturong, Veer. Smallest mammal. The world's smallest mammal. Binturongs are very big. I've said before that I grew up in a zoo, and I've hung out with the binturong there way more often than I should have, and they do smell like popcorn. It's really weird. Moon rabbit, you're very close. It is a bat. It is a type of bat. I need the specific name of the bat. Guess your bats. Yeah, very good, moon rabbit. It is a kind of bat, not the fruit bat. I've also hung out with fruit bats. They're like the size of my kitten. They're kind of big. Veer's got it. It's the bumblebee bat. Good job to Veer, and half a point to Moon Rabbit ASMR. It is the bumblebee bat, which apparently are like the size of bumblebees, which is hard to wrap my head around. They're very cute, though. Bats are adorable, I think. Number 5, a little bit easier question. What cat breed comes from Thailand? What cat breed comes from Thailand? And DR's got it first. It is the Siamese cat. Of course it is. Good job to DR. The answer is the Siamese cats. It's really sweet cats, but man, they are loud. They talk really loud. Number 6. What is Thailand's national sport? What is Thailand's national sport? Wrestling is close. DR's got it. It's Muay Thai. Good job to DR. The answer is Muay Thai, which is more like boxing than wrestling, but DR's got it. It's Muay Thai. Number 7. What city in What city in Thailand has the world's longest name? What city in Thailand has the world's longest name? And Veer's got it first. It's Bangkok. Good job to Veer for getting it first. It is Bangkok. Obviously, the English name is much shorter than the Thai name. But in English, we just thankfully say Bangkok. Maddie J knew a 23-year-old Siamese cat. Yeah, I've heard because my last cat lived to 19. I'm hearing more and more about cats living like incredibly long lives. And I think that's because we know how to keep our cats alive longer now. We know how to keep them indoors and stuff. Anyone remember Sagwa Siamese cat? That just like something in my brain just like clicked right there, but um it's barely there. Krungtep, maybe. They probably eat special food to make them live longer. Yeah. Sagwa. Oh, you know what? I do remember Sagwa. The more I think about it, the more I remember. Yeah. But yeah, I do remember that. Number 8. Who's the current king of Thailand? Who is the current king of Thailand? Now you cannot put Rama. Not Rama the 11th, not the 12th. All of the kings of this current dynasty, their formal name is Rama, so you can't say Rama. Not the 13th. Who wants to guess a Rama number? There we go. Veer's got it. It's Rama the 10th. Good job to Veer. The answer is Rama the 10th. Rama the 10th. Mandy works with a girl named Rama. Yeah, a bit different in Thai, probably. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm looking for Rama the 10th. I'm not looking for his like actual name, just his title, Rama the 10th. Easier to say. That reminds me of on Jeopardy last week. I can't remember the question, but the answer was just Queen Victoria. And this dude put Queen Victoria II, so he got it wrong. And I'm sure he felt like an idiot because there has been no Victoria II. That person does not exist. If he had just left off the 2, he would have got it. I felt bad for him a little bit. Just a little bit. Number 9. I have not seen him in the crop top. I'm sure he's looking fly. Number 9. What polite gesture is used in greetings in Thailand? Please Google it. I will later Veer. Not bowing, not the middle finger. I don't know if that's polite anywhere, to be honest. What polite gesture is used in greetings and many other things? I'm going to give that to Moon Rabbit. It is putting your hands together. It's called the Y. Let me put this down. It's going like this, They call it the Y. So I'll give that to Moon Rabbit. Putting your hands together. Or the Y. Number 10. What was the first capital of Thailand? Now, we're not talking modern Thailand. I'm not talking Siam. I'm talking way back. What city was the first capital? Not Angkor Wat. That was the Khmer. Not Chiang Mai. Not Lopburi. This is a city. I think it's a ruin now. I'm pretty sure. I don't think anyone actually lives there. I think it's like a ruined site. And DR knows it's Sukhothai. Good job to DR. The answer is Sukhothai. I'm pretty sure Sukhothai was the name of the city and like the dynasty, like the Sukhothai dynasty. And then it became Ayutthaya, and then it became Bangkok. Number 11. What is Thailand's national animal? What is the national animal of Thailand? Another animal that I grew up with at the zoo. It's not the binturong. Not the red panda. JJ's got it. It is the elephant. Good job to JJ. The answer is the elephant. And since my cat is asleep, I can get Topple. Oh my gosh. I can get Topple. Where is he? There he is. I have to hide him because elephants are all over Thailand. They love elephants there, but for good reason. Topples is here. Hello, Leah's art. The cat wants to eat Topple, so I have to hide Topple. from the cat at all times. But he is fast asleep in my pouch right now, so we can have a little bit of topple. Both JJs. I realize there's JJ and then Justin Jansen, and yet another JJ. That's funny. But yes, it is the elephant, because you guys know. Oh, Veer's got the topple emoji, one of the channel member perks. You know, I will do anything to bring up elephants on this channel. My favorite guys ever. I love elephants. Number 12. Thailand is home to the world's largest solid gold what? Thailand is home to the world's largest solid gold Buddha. Good job to Veer. The answer is Buddha, the world's largest solid gold Buddha statue. Number 13. Lopburi, since DR just mentioned Lopburi, Lopburi has a festival for what animal? It's not elephants. I wouldn't put elephants twice like that. And DR knows it's monkeys. Good job to DR. Lopburi has a very famous monkey festival, since there's monkeys running all over the place there. They have a monkey festival where they like feed them and stuff. Last time I watched was like a year ago. Oh wow, Leah. Welcome back. Thank you very much. Number 14. This is a number question, so we can play high and low unless you actually know the answer. So the answer to this question is a number. Put down the number you think it is. I will tell you if the correct answer is higher or lower until we get to the right answer. So number 14. How many letters are in the Thai alphabet? Oh yeah, Mandy J. It is higher than 21. Higher than 27, Justin. Higher than 34. Higher than 42. Higher than 42. It is, I think Khmer has, Justin knows, it's 76. Good job to Justin. It has 76 letters, which I think is a couple letters shy of Khmer, because Khmer has the most characters of any alphabet. But Thai has 76 characters. That's a lot. And number 15. Why is Thailand called the land of the free? So you guessed? Justin, I thought you knew it. You got it right on the nose. Thailand's name in Thai translates to land of the free. Hi, Walker. And DR knows that it's because they were never colonized by the Europeans. Good job to DR. Thailand was never ever colonized by anyone. Not ancient China, not the Khmer, not who else was around there, the Vietnamese, and not the French or the British. They were never ever colonized. They are the free people, which is what Thai means. That's what it translates to. Thai means the free people. All right. Okay. The next country we're going to is Madagascar. We're traveling back over to the zany island of Madagascar this month. So here are 15 questions about Madagascar. Number 1. What trees are famous at their avenue? What trees are famous in Madagascar at their avenue? And Dr. Pickle's got it. It is the baobabs. Good job to Dr. Pickle. You can go to the avenue of the baobabs in Madagascar and see the massive baobab trees. The bimbo trees here. Anyway, number 2. Madagascar is Africa's largest what? Madagascar is Africa's largest island. Good job to Veer for getting it first. Madagascar is the largest island in Africa, or of Africa, I suppose. Number 3, who named Madagascar? It's a famous person in history gave Madagascar its name. Who was it? Who named Madagascar? See, don't say the Dutch. It was a person. It was one person, a very famous person in history. Not James Cook. I don't think James Cook was anywhere near Madagascar. I could be wrong. Not Da Gama. Da Gama was near Madagascar, but he didn't name it. The Reuter? Is that a Dutch thing? No, Justin, not them. It was one specific person in history who traveled there. Not Ali Drisi. That's all I'll say. That's a big hint. It's a famous person who traveled there. Believe it or not, that's a big hint. And not Darwin. It was not on the Mappa Mundi. Who, like what specific person named Madagascar or gave the name Madagascar to it? Veer's got it. It's Marco Polo. Good job to Veer. When Marco Polo sailed by, he thought he was in Mogadishu. He was very much off. And Mogadishu kind of translated in the mishmash of Italian and Malagasy into Madagascar. Pretty interesting, isn't it? So it was Marco Polo at the end of the day because he read his map wrong, thought he was in Somalia. Why did so many explorers get lost? They didn't have GPS or nothing, Veer. Calm down. They're doing their best. Number 4. Which country did Madagascar gain independence from? Which country did Madagascar gain independence from? It was not the Dutch. DR's got it. It was France. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is France. They still speak French there. Mostly Malagasy, but the other main language there is French. Number 5, who was Madagascar's Mad Queen? Who was the Mad Queen of Madagascar? And DR knows it's Queen Ranavalona the First. Good job to DR. The answer is Queen Ranavalona the First. Not a great person. It was not King Julian. King Julian would never. No, she was a horrendous person. She did not care about unaliving people whatsoever, and she unalived a lot of people. Number 6. Ile Sainte Marie was once nicknamed the island of what? Ile Sainte Marie, which is St. Mary's Island in English, was once nicknamed the island of blank. Not Dodos, that's Mauritius. And not Morty. It's not Réunion either. It's not Mayotte. Don't think of proper names. It's a nickname, the island of the blank. Not close. Something very famous in history happened around Madagascar's islands, and Ile Sainte Marie was one of the more notorious ones. Not gold, and thankfully not slaves. Piracy. Good job to DR. It was the island of pirates. Good job to DR for getting it first. The island of the pirates, it was nicknamed, which there's still pirate graveyards you can visit there today on Ile Sainte Marie and on Nosy Bay. Pretty cool. Not for the people getting robbed. Number 7. The fossa is an animal that's related to what mammal? The fossa is related to what mammal? It's not this animal, but it's very closely related. It's not a lemur or a monkey, not a raccoon, not a dog. The fossa, which is a bizarre looking animal. It's spelled that way. It's spelled Fossa. It's pronounced fossa. Hey, kitten. He is awake. The fossa has awakened him. He is awakened. Okay, there he goes. Not hyenas. The fossa is related to what kind of mammal? They kind of look like weird cat dogs, if you've ever seen what a fossa looks like. They look like, you took like a cat face and put it on a dog body. They're very strange. But what are they most closely related to? Not foxes. Not a jackal. They're cute looking. Not cougars. I'm gonna grab some Red Bull now that the cat has moved. I can slide back over here now that there's not a huge lump in my lap. Not jaguars. Not this guy. Okay, I'll give you the hint that it's not a cat. Fooses look like cats. It is the mongoose. Good job to Veer. The answer is the mongoose. They're not mongooses, but they are very closely related to the mongoose. But they absolutely look like little evil cat guys. They do look like mongooses, but they are not. They're their own thing. Just like how lemurs aren't monkeys. Did you know that? Like, obviously, there's difference between all the primates. But lemurs look so much like monkeys, but they are not monkeys. They're their own thing. Lemurs are their own primate species. Isn't that crazy? They're just lemurs. Number 8. Now, I pulled this fact off the top of my head. I just remembered it. I didn't fact check it. So correct me if I'm wrong. But Madagascar is the world's largest producer of what flavor? Madagascar is the world's largest producer of vanilla. Veer got it first. Good job to Veer for getting it first. The answer is vanilla. I forget, I didn't fact check that. I'm pretty sure that that's right. That Madagascar produces more vanilla than any other country. What about Timon and Pumbaa? Those weren't that's a meerkat. Meerkats aren't mongooses. Number 9. What was the dominant kingdom in Madagascar before the French took over? Timon's a meerkat, not a mongoose. They don't have mongooses in Africa. DR knows it's the Marina. Good job to DR. Okay, thank you, Dr. Pickle, for fact checking that. Vanilla is Madagascar. It produces the most vanilla. But yes, it is the Kingdom of Marina. Good job to DR. Yeah, true. Number 10. Fill in the blank. Madagascar is nicknamed the Great Blank Island. Madagascar is nicknamed the Great Blank Island. Fill in the blank. Madagascar is nicknamed the Great Blank Island. Not dodos. Dodos didn't live on Madagascar. Not African either. Walker's got it. It is the Great Red Island. Good job to Walker. The answer is the Great Red Island because of the color of its soil is very dark red color, kind of like red velvet cupcake color. Good job to Walker. And is Killiberetta? We wish it was Lemuria, but it's not. It is not Lemuria. Number 11. What body of water separates Madagascar from mainland Africa? Is that ochre? I don't think so. Ochre. No, just red soil. And DR's got it. It is the Mozambique Channel. Good job to DR. The answer is the Mozambique Channel. It's what separates Madagascar from mainland Africa, mainly Mozambique. Number 12. What animal is the most valuable livestock to the Malagasy? It's one of those cultures where, like, the more of these livestock friends you have, the more wealthy you are. They're technically not cows. Technically not quite cows, not pigs. The more of these you have, the more wealthy you are, basically. So they're very, very important in their society. They are cow-like, but they might be a kind of cow, but they're not really like a moo-moo cow. Not a water buffalo. Not a water buffalo. Not a yak. walker, but you're heading kind of sort of on the right track. Kind of. Not a yak. Definitely an animal that was introduced to Madagascar. Not a camel. Veer's got it. It is the zebu. Good job to Veer. The answer is the zebu, which, yeah, now that I think about it, is a cow, but I need the specific cow, right? The zebu cow. But not like a moo cow. Like when you picture a cow, it's not quite like that. They have a big old hump on their back. They're really cute. We were at a few weeks ago at this animal. It's now like a zoo, but it was an animal rescue where they take in animals that are being trafficked into Nevada to be like pets in Vegas, and they had a zebu there. It's like, who's bringing the zebu to Nevada? They probably wanted to eat it. So I got to see a zebu. Like Mandy says, they're at the St. Louis Zoo. It's zebu in Finnish. Yeah, it's the same difference. I understand what you're trying to say. Number 13. The eye lemur has a particularly long what? And don't get dirty. The eye lemur has a particularly long, not a tail, not a snout. The eye lemur. There's one part of its body that's much longer than the others. Don't get nasty. What is it? Not a tongue, not its arm, not its neck, not its leg. What part of the eye is like way longer than the rest of it? I'll give you the hint that they use this appendage, this part of its body, this body part, to get ants out of the tree. Veer is quite close with fingers. I need something a little more specific than fingers. Not nails. Okay, I'll narrow it down for you. It's just one of its fingers is long. Which one of the eye's little fingers is way longer than the other? It's not its thumb. It's the middle finger. Good job to Veer. The eye's middle finger is way longer than the rest of its fingers, and they use that to just like tap into the trees and dig out ants. So very good, Veer. We figured it out. They look like spiders. They're kind of creepy cute, the eyes. They're considered bad luck. There's some lemurs that are considered very good luck, and there's some that are considered bad luck. The eye, to some cultures, are very bad luck because they are kind of creepy cute. Number 14. What animal comes in panther, furcifer, berkesia, and Malagasy giant? Not the jaguar. I don't think they have any wild cats in Madagascar. What Madagascan animal comes in panther, furcifer, berkesia, and Malagasy giant? I see that the panther threw you guys off. There's a type of this creature known as the panther blank. Not a civet, it's not a cat, and it's not a dog either. A very interesting creature in Madagascar. I think Madagascar has more of these creatures than any other place in the world. You can find them in other places, but Madagascar has the most varieties of them, including the panther, the furcifer, berkesia, and Malagasy giant. It's not a bat. What animal could it be? We're going to narrow it down. Don't worry. Keep guessing. But Veer's got it. It's a chameleon. Good job to Veer. Those are types of chameleons that you can find in Madagascar. They are chameleons. And an easy one for number 15. What type of lemur is King Julian and Zubumafu? What type of lemur is King Julian and Zubumafu? And Justin's got it first. It is the ring-tailed lemur. Good job to Justin for getting it first, because a lot of people know that they are ring-tailed lemurs, probably the most famous lemurs, which at that zoo rescue place, they had a ton of ring-tailed lemurs. And my goodness, those things are like this big. They are so small. They are tiny, tiny guys. You kind of think, maybe this, but they're like this. They're so small. They are compact animals, but they're very cute. Ring-tailed lemurs. All right. So we're going to go back to a country we talked about last month. So let me go to that page in my little book here, if I can find it. Kila Beretta's seen lemurs at the Pilsen Zoo. Wow. They're far from home. All right, so the next country we're going to go to is Russia. So I'm going to give you 15 questions about Russia. Starting with, what is Russia's most visited museum? What is the most visited museum in Russia? They're tiny, Ariel. Veer's got it first. It is the Hermitage. Good job to Veer for getting it first. The answer is the Hermitage. Number 2. How long will the stream be? Probably about 2 hours, JJ. So we've got hopefully another hour-ish. Oh, literally meant heritage. It's the Hermitage. So that goes to DR. Because DR actually put Hermitage. It's the Hermitage Museum. Yes. What did Alexei Pajitnov invent in 1984? Where is the Heritage Museum? DR has got the answer. It is Tetris. Good job to DR. He invented Tetris in 1984. Number 3. Who wrote Crime and Punishment? Who wrote Crime and Punishment? A novel I had to read in high school. DR. Oh no, I'll give that to Veer. Dostoevsky. Fyodor Dostoevsky. Good job to Veer for getting it first. It is Dostoevsky. Veer's read it. It was fine. I forget what number I'm on. 5. It moved in slow motion. It was a very slow read, but picked up at the end. Let me see. I did 1, 2, 3. Number 4. Who composed the Nutcracker? Who composed the Nutcracker Ballet? And DR's got this one. It is Tchaikovsky. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is Tchaikovsky. Kick Rocks, you were very close. It is Tchaikovsky. Number 6. Which scientist created the periodic table? Which scientist created the periodic table? It came to them in a dream. DR's got it. It's Mendeleev. Good job to DR. The answer is Mendeleev. Number 7. Who was the last Tsar of Russia? Who was the last Tsar of Russia? And Veer's got it. It is Nicholas II. Good job to Veer for getting it first. The answer is Nicholas II. Nicholas II. Let's say number 7. Which city hosted the 2014 Winter Olympics? And DR knows it is Sochi. Good job to DR. The answer is Sochi. Number 9, bananas. What Russian mountain range separates Europe from Asia? I'll give that to Veer. There we go. It's the Urals. Good job to Veer for getting it first. The answer is the Ural Mountains. All right, number 10. What event happened on December 26th, 1991 in Russia? What happened on December 26th, 1991? I'll give that to DR. It was the day the Soviet Union was dissolved. So good job to DR. The USSR ceased to exist that day. Number 11. Who was the first human in space? Who was the first human in space? And DR's got it. It is Yuri Gagarin. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is Gagarin. Number 12, I think. Who wrote War and Peace? A Russian guy. Who wrote War and Peace? I'm going to give that to DR. It is Tolstoy. I can't accept just Leo. The answer is Tolstoy. Leo Tolstoy. Yeah, it's unless it's like Madonna. I typically won't accept first names, but yeah, it is Tolstoy. Not The Art of War. War and Peace. Veer's read War and Peace. Me too. That was a good book. That was a great book. Number three. It was number 3 last time. Number 13. What river runs through Moscow? Mandy J was a freshman in high school, December 91. My goodness. I was 6. Veer's got it. It's the Moskva River. Good job to Veer for getting it first. The answer is the Moskva River. Moskva River. Number 14. What city is the eastern terminus of the Trans-Siberian Railroad? What city is the eastern terminus of the Trans-Siberian Railroad? And DR's got it first. It is Vladivostok. Good job to DR. The answer is Vladivostok. And number 15, what is the deepest freshwater lake in the world? Where did my cat go? Oh, he's in the corner. You can't see him. And DR's got it. It is Lake Baikal. It is good old Lake Baikal. Good job to DR for getting it first. I think Lake Baikal is fascinating. And it's huge, right? It has more fresh water in it than any other lake. It's the deepest freshwater lake. No, actually, I think Lake Superior has more water in it. It's one or the other. It's a crazy lake. They have seals in it. It's pretty cool. All right. The next country that we're going to, surprise, shock, once again, it is Yemen. We are going back at least one more time this year to good old Yemen to explore a fascinating country once again. So, Lake Tahoe is the deepest in the U.S. I believe that. I've been to Lake Tahoe many times. Lake Tahoe is over there. Lake Tahoe is 20 minutes from my house. We did already, yes, DR, we did already do this quiz. Because I'm quizzing you on the countries that we're going to cover in October. There are 3 countries in October that we talked about in September. So the second country is going to be Yemen. Yes, we use the English name for Moscow, the city, the Russian name for the river. That's true, Dr. Pickle. All right, so Yemen questions. Number 1, what is Yemen's national animal? And you don't need to get too specific. I don't need like the blank blank, like bumblebee bat. I just would need bat, you know. Not a goat, not a falcon. It is a leopard. Good job to Veer. The answer is a leopard. Leopard. Number 2, the Hadramaut Valley is famous for what type of tree? The Hadramaut Valley is famous for what kind of tree? What kind of tree grows in the Hadramaut? That's very, very famous and important to Yemen's history too. And DR's got it. It is frankincense. Good job to DR. The answer is frankincense. Frankincense trees go there. They're mostly in Oman, but they're in Yemen too. Number 3, what is the tihama? Good question, Vera. I have no idea. I've never smelled frankincense. Apparently, it's all that and a bag of chips, because it was a big deal back in the day. The tihama is not a desert, and it is unfortunately not a goat. Sorry. No code questions here for you today. It's not a river or a lake. What is the Tiama? What is the Tiama in Yemen? Specifically in Yemen. What is it? The Tiama. I will let you know that Veer is kind of close, that it is part of geography. It's not a desert, river, or lake, but it is a geographic feature. So Veer is on the right track. Not a mountain, not a hill. Veer is struggling here, but they're going to get it. Just keep going. What is the Tiama? Not an island, Justin. They have lots of islands in Yemen, but it's not. The Tiama is not part of the islands. What is the Tiama? Make another sip of Red Bull. I'm so sleepy. Now that the cat's asleep, maybe after this I can take a nap. It is not a kind of sandstorm. It is not a desert either. It's not the hot lands like in Undertale. It's not a desert. Veer's got it. It's the coast. Good job to Veer. The part of Yemen that borders the Red Sea, because you know it's kind of L-shaped. So this L here is the Tiama region, which is their beautiful, beautiful coastline. Good job, Veer. We've got it. I knew we would. Between the mountains and the Red Sea is the Tiama. Right, I'm not giving you hints on how to spell it. Number 4, who controlled South Yemen from 1839 to 1967? Veer's got it. It's the United Kingdom. Well, it's Britain. And the United Kingdom. 1839, yeah. Good job to Veer. It was the UK. Number 5. Queen Bilqis could possibly be what biblical figure? There are lots of famous Yemeni queens in history. Queen Bilqis is believed to be the Queen of Sheba. Good job to Veer for getting it. The answer is the Queen of Sheba. Not confirmed, but if you ask someone from Yemen, they will say it's 100% the Queen of Sheba. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, number 6. Oh yeah, Veer, totally. Absolutely. I mean, once the British left in 1967, it went kind of wild. What type of landscape covers most of Yemen? What type of landscape covers most of Yemen? And DR's got it in there first. It is desert. Good job to DR. Yemen is, a lot of Yemen is desert. Not most of Yemen. Well, most of Yemen. Like 80% of Yemen is desert. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Number 7. So this is a year. What year did North and South Yemen reunite to create just Yemen? What year did the kind of democratic Islamist North, Hayya Sidnichia, and the socialist South reunite? It was in 1990. Good job to Veer. The answer is 1990. 1990. Number 8. Number 8. Yeah, okay. What is Yemen's currency? Oh, Maddie J knows what frankincense smells like. Veer has got it. It is the Rial. Good job to Veer. The answer is the Rial. The Rial. Acid Nutria spell check is also here. Number 9. What ancient dam was built in Yemen? What's the name of the ancient dam that was built in Yemen? And DR, DR's got it. It is the Marib Dam. Good job to DR. The very famous Marib Dam, quite possibly the oldest dam It doesn't work anymore. The water's dried up. But it's probably like the first successfully built dam, which is pretty cool. Number 10. The town, oh, this confused people last time. The town of Shibam is said to have the oldest of what type of building? See who remembers this one. The town of Shibam is said to have the oldest type of what building? Not a church or a mosque, not a bathroom. That'd be pretty cool though. Dr. Pickle remembers it is skyscrapers. Good job to Dr. Pickle. Shibam is called the Manhattan of the desert. Justin knows. The world's oldest skyscrapers. They're like buildings that were like 6-7 stories tall, which was unheard of in what the 600s, 700s. So yes, the world's oldest skyscrapers. The church is not a skyscraper. A church could be a skyscraper, but yes, we're talking about Yemen right now. Of course we are. Number 11. What gulf is to Yemen's south? What gulf is to Yemen's south? And Veer's got it first. It is the Gulf of Aden. Good job to Veer for getting it first. The answer is the Gulf of Aden. Number 12. What bizarre tree grows on Socotra? And Veer knows it's the dragon's blood tree. Good job to Veer. The answer is the dragon's blood tree. It's really weird shaped tree that has dark red sap that looks like blood. Number 13. What is still technically the capital city of Yemen? Technically, what's still the capital of Yemen? And Veer remembers that it is Sana'a. Good job to Veer. The answer is Sana'a. Number 14. What beverage is Yemen famous for exporting? It is a really pretty name. And Veer remembers it is coffee that was exported from the city of Mocha. Justin knows that. But I'm just looking for coffee. Good job to Veer for getting it first. And then lastly, I should have asked this first. What is Yemen's largest island? What is the largest island belonging to Yemen? And JJ's got it. It is Socotra. Good job to JJ. The answer is Socotra, the island of Yemen. No. Okay. Moving on. The next country we're going to talk about on my channel in October will be Vietnam. So I have 15 questions for you about Vietnam. Here we go. Number 1. Starting off easy. What name was Ho Chi Minh City once called? What name was Ho Chi Minh City once called? And DR's got it. It is Saigon. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is Saigon. Justin, let me pull up my list and see when the Netherlands is going to come up. Let's see. Let me let that load because it's a very long list. Yeah, Vera, I rarely ask what the capital is. There will be a country that I'm going to give you that I'm going to ask what the capital is, but not Vietnam. I haven't seen Miss Saigon. I saw it ages ago, like when I was like 10, because I was really into musicals at that age. Number 2, Son Doong is the world's largest what? Now, I wrote this, and then later I found that it's debatable, but whatever. It's believed to be the world's largest what? It could most likely be the world's largest what? It's not a temple. It's not a temple, not a gate. Son Doong is the world's oldest. Not a tunnel system, Acid Nutria. Not a garden. Son Doong is probably the world's largest cave. Good job to Acid Nutria. Apparently it was discovered like 10 years ago. and they have to get the logistics out, but it's most likely the world's largest cave. Like, you could build a huge house in it. Lots of caves in the mountains there. Caves are scary, I agree. Let's see if this is loaded yet. And then let me find... Find the Netherlands. All right. Oh dear. We're not getting to the Netherlands until the D's. Until Drenthe. Is that how you say it? Drenthe? It's going to be a long time until we get to the Netherlands. What are they going to tell Mammoth Cave National Park? Now, Mammoth Cave is the world's largest cave system. Drenthe, something like that. When are we going back to Finland? Let's see. When we get to central Finland, so the seas. Central Finland is the next area of Finland. Until what? Drenthe, it's Drenthe. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But yeah. So it's going to be a minute till we get to the Netherlands. It's going to be a couple years. I'm so sorry. But yeah, there's a couple countries that, their first dates don't start until like the G's. So U.S. Yes, that's new to you. U.S. is coming in a couple months. Arizona and Arkansas are right around the bend, right? We're on the AMs, they're the ARs. Moving on. We're not going to talk about how long this series is going to go for. But yeah, Mammoth Cave in Kentucky is the world's longest cave system. But yeah, there's like the world's deepest cave is in Abkhazia. But the world's largest cave is apparently in Vietnam. Yeah, you gotta hang around a lot longer just to give everyone their turn. Wouldn't there be one cave if they're all connected? No, I think it's like a cave system where there's multiple caves that all connect. I don't know. Caves creep me out. What's the word for them? DR or Dr. Pickle will tell me the name for like cave studies. It's a very specific word. I've forgotten it. Yeah, it's like the definition of continent. Like island versus continent. Exactly. It's one of those. Let's move on. Let's talk about Vietnam some more. Number 3. Vietnam has the most number of species of what type of bird? Speleology. That sounds right, Veer. Speleology, because you go spelunking when you're a speleologist. Crazy. Not hummingbirds. Not hawks. Vietnam is the most number of species of what type of bird? Not eagles, not crows, not chickens, not cranes. Songbirds I don't think counts as a type of bird. Think about the environment of Vietnam. Not pigeons. Not parrots. Not birds of paradise. Not gulls. They are sort of kind of heading in the right direction. Not parakeets or canaries. Oh, sorry, not flamingos either. Yeah, not seagulls. Not peacocks. Not albatross. Not fowls. I don't think fowls counts as a bird type. Not terns. Condors, eagles, kittiwakes. Nope. Okay, so your hint is think water. Think water. So DR got the hint when I said not gulls, but you're on the right track. It's a water bird. Acid Nutria's got it. It's ducks. Good job to Acid Nutria. Vietnam has the most species of duck in the world. Isn't that incredible? That's a fun fact. Yeah, it's just ducks. Just ducks. Number 4. Vietnam is the world's largest exporter of what spice? A lot of spices coming out of this region. Vietnam exports the most of what kind of spice? I don't think curry is a spice. Not nutmeg, that would be Grenada for sure. Not salt, not saffron. It is pepper. Good job to Veer. The answer is pepper. Vietnam exports the most pepper in the world. Isn't that cool? Did I ever tell you guys the story about in like my world history class in middle school when we were learning about the spice trade? And my teacher, let me tell you the story real quick. It's funny. My teachers separated us into little groups, and we had to pretend that we were like the Portuguese going to like Malacca, the Spice Islands, to find new spices. And we were given a plate of a spice, and we had to write about what it smelled like, what it tasted like, and try to guess like what it was. Our group got cinnamon. We looked at it and we're like, that's cinnamon. Like, cool. But there's one table that was crying and coughing. They were like, literally looked like they were dying. They were miserable. And they were like, did you feed us poison? But it was pepper. Like, do not, like, Clozelia. Did they get anthrax? No, they just took a spoonful of pepper, all of them. Do not do that. It's so bad. It will burn and hurt you all over. Do not do that. So it was like, who knew that just like, because they didn't know. You never see a pile of pepper nowadays. Do not take a spoonful of pepper in your mouth. Manny J loves pepper. Don't take a spoonful of pepper. Your body cannot handle it. Thankfully, we just got cinnamon sticks. So we looked at it. We're like, that's cinnamon. We didn't eat it, or else that would have been a bad time. White pepper's not as bad as black pepper, I'm sure. Yeah, we did not do the cinnamon challenge unwittingly because she gave us cinnamon sticks. But yeah, like some people got like paprika, like all the spices, like curry spice and all that. But fun game, except for that table that got the pepper. I feel bad for them. Moving on. Number 5. Speaking of exports, what drink is Vietnam best known for exporting? What drink is Vietnam best known for exporting? Caroline got it. It is coffee. Good job to Caroline. It's either Vietnam or Brazil that exports the most coffee in the world. I've read 2 different. Hey Ryan, good to see you. I've read many different things saying one or the other. So it's one or the other. It's either Vietnam or Brazil that exports the most amount of coffee in the world. I guess it's close. Pretty cool, right? On par with Brazil. In Vietnamese coffee, foamy? Probably. That sounds right. Number 6. Legend says the Vietnamese people are descended from what creatures? And Acid Nutria's got it. It is dragons. Good job to Acid Nutria. The Vietnamese people are descended from dragons according to their legends. Number 7. What is Vietnamese New Year called? What do they call their New Year celebration in Vietnam? And DR's got it. It is Tet. Good job to DR. The answer is Tet. Tet, yes. Number 8. Which bay is located east of Hanoi? Yeah, that's why the Tet offensive was so offensive, because they attacked during the New Year's celebration. And DR's got it. It is Ha Long Bay. Good job to DR. The answer is Ha Long Bay. Ha Long Bay. Number 9. Now this is something I learned. The Cu Chi tunnels were dug during which war? It's not a Gulf. Did I say Gulf? I meant to say Bay. I wrote Bay. Did I say Gulf? It was not during the Vietnam War. Believe it or not, I thought they were dug during the Vietnam War. They were not. First Indochina, not that either. The Coochie tunnels were dug during which war? Not the Independence War against the French either. And not the Korean War. The Coochie tunnels were dug just to prepare. It was World War II. Good job to Acid Nutria. I didn't realize they were that old. But yeah, the Coochie tunnels were dug during World War II. Yeah, I believe it too. Like, it makes sense. Yeah, sorry, Justin, you're right behind. I thought they were dug in like the 1960s, but I was way off by like 20 years. Number 10. Was Laos also involved? Probably. Maybe. I know the tunnels go into Cambodia, but oh, so Tonkin is a gulf, not a bay. Did I not say bay is located east of Hanoi? Did I say gulf? I wrote bay. Oh well. I don't know. Oh, I did. Okay. Yeah. Number 10. What style of puppetry was created in Vietnam? What style of puppetry was created in Vietnam? Not the shadow puppets. Yeah, Laos was very much bombed by the U.S. during the Vietnam War, like more than Vietnam was. Not shadow puppetry, although that's a good guess because shadow puppetry is pretty big in Southeast Asia, but it's not shadow puppetry. It's a puppetry very specific to Vietnam. I don't think they do it anywhere else in the world. It's not marionettes. They use marionettes in this, but it's not like marionette style. There's something special. There's something extra Vietnamese about it. What style of puppetry? And Asanutria got it. It's water puppetry. The water puppets. Good job to Asanutria and Justin, just right behind. It is the water puppets that were invented in the rice fields to entertain the children while their parents are harvesting rice. Isn't that neat? Water puppets. Number 11. The Temple of Literature is dedicated to what historical figure? Shadow puppets do some more Indonesian, yeah. Although, I'm pretty sure they do it in a lot of other countries. And not the Trung sisters, not Ho Chi Minh. The Temple of Literature. Kai Din, I don't know who that is. They sound very Vietnamese. Not Buddha. The Temple of Literature is one of the oldest still functioning buildings in Vietnam. Acid Nutria's got it. It is Confucius. Good job to Acid Nutria. The answer is Confucius. It's dedicated to Confucius. Because it's from like the 900s. It's an old building. Very old building. Number 12. What was the first kingdom established in what is now Vietnam? What was the first kingdom that was established in what's now Vietnam? Not Dai Viet. I think that was the second one. Was Dai Viet. What was the first one? And not the year. No, it definitely was not 1955. I'm talking like 200. Very close, Acid Nutria. Not Funan. It's just south of Funan. It's one of those that you're gonna kick yourselves. Acid Nutria is just dancing around it. You're gonna kind of kick yourselves. It's where the name Vietnam comes from. Not quite Acid Nutria. Not Dai Viet. Dai Viet was what was after this kingdom. It's not Vietnam. It's not the winds. It's not Vietnam. It was Nam Viet. Good job to Acid Nutria. The first kingdom established in what's now Vietnam was called Nam Viet. Good job, Acid Nutria. It sounds like a hard question, but not really. On that same vein, number 13, what were Ho Chi Minh's rebels called? What were the rebels who fought under Ho Chi Minh known as? It was not the Viet Cong. And DR's got it. It's the Viet Minh. Good job to DR. The answer is the Viet Minh. Viet Minh. Yeah. Number 14. And it's a clever play on words. Okay, here's a fun one. What weather event occurs in the town of Sapa between December and February? What weather event occurs in the town of Sapa between December and February? It's not typhoons. That happens all over Vietnam. This happens specifically in this area where this town is. Not hurricanes, not a volcano, not a flood. It's not something that's necessarily bad. It could be, but it's just unusual. And Asanutri's got it. It is snow. In this village, it's so far north, it's like on the border with China. It snows in Vietnam, in that part of the country. How interesting. You think of it as hot, humid, muggy, rainy. You don't think snow could happen there, but apparently it does in that village. How cool is that? It snows there. And last question, number 15. What is Vietnam's national flower? What is Vietnam's national flower? And Veer's got it. It is the lotus. Good job to Veer for getting it first. The answer is the lotus. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6 countries left. Can we get through 6 countries in half an hour? I don't think so. The stream's probably going to go long. But get hyped, because this next country is one of my favorites to talk about. Probably my favorite country to talk about. It is Nauru. So let's have 15 questions about Nauru, starting with number 1. What is the capital of Nauru? What is the capital of Nauru? It is not Yaren. Dr. Pickles got it. Nauru does not have a capital. Officially, Nauru does not have a capital city. So with that being said, number 2, what is the de facto capital? Goodness. Okay, so that goes to everyone because you all got it. I shouldn't have put those like that. It is Yaren. You all get a point. Yaren's the de facto capital, but officially, Nauru does not have a capital city. Number 3, what mineral made Nauru wealthy? I think it's time to take the cat sling off. It's starting to hurt my back, and there's no cat in it. Dr. Pickles got it. It is phosphate. Good job to Dr. Pickle. The answer is phosphate. This is my, what do you call it? Like a jumpsuit? I've just tied it around my back. Except now I'm in a conundrum because of this. Nauru means laughter in Finnish. That's incredible. Hold on. 1 second. Whoa. Now I'm tangled in the cord after my cat was. Okay. That's so much better. There we go. Does anyone else like the sound of like headphones like this? Kick Rock's gonna go practice the trombone. Bye, Kick Rocks. Thanks so much for playing today. Oh, listen while you practice. Good luck. Trombones are loud. Yeah, Tuvalu's the one with .tv. Veer's gonna go to sleep. Good night, Veer. Thanks so much for playing along. Have a good sleep. See you in 2 weeks. Hopefully 2 weeks. Yes, phosphate was the answer. Number 4. Nauru's government invested in a West End musical about what historical figure? Bankrupted the country because this musical flopped hard. But who's the musical about? It was about a specific person. Dr. Pickles got it. It's Leonardo da Vinci. Good job to Dr. Pickle. It was a Leonardo da Vinci musical. Yeah, Kid Rock, go practice the trombone. Number 5. Nauru's tallest building is what type of structure? The tallest building in Nauru is what kind of building? Good luck, Kid Crocs. It is not a government building. I talked about it in my last video about Nauru. It's not a radio tower. They do have an airport. It's not a lighthouse. It's not a church. It is 3 stories tall. And then it has a ground level and 2 floors. So it's not massive. But it's the tallest building in Nauru. What does it function as? The Japanese built their airport when they were occupied during World War II. Dr. Pickles got it. It is a hotel. Good job to Dr. Pickle. The answer is a hotel. Apparently it's like a 3-star hotel. It's kind of run down, but that's Nauru for you. And once again, Justin was right behind. Poor Justin. Number 6. What did the Australian government pay Nauru to do? What did the Australian government pay Nauru to do in like recent history? What did the Australian government pay Nauru to do? I'll accept that answer, Justin. Immigrants. It was to host asylums. Good job to Justin. Yeah, accept them. To host asylums while they were being processed, which they probably weren't being processed, but good job to Justin. And thankfully, the last asylum seeker left Nauru this year. It got really crazy during COVID, but there are no more people in that area of Nauru that are asylum seekers for Australia. Excellent. Number 7. This is a number, so let's play the number game. It's a percentage, so it's going to be less than 100. Nauru is the most obese country per capita. What percentage of the population is obese? What percentage of Nauru's population is obese? It is thankfully less than 80 and less than 70. Thankfully, it's less than 70. Less than 70. Thankfully. That would be terrifying. But it is higher than 50. It is lower than 65. Higher than 50, lower than 65. It is higher than 60. Higher than 60%. Hello, oh no, ma'am. Good to see you. It is, oh, you know what? We're going to get to it. Someone's going to get it. Because it's higher than 60, lower than 65. So I'm just going to wait. Someone's going to get it in a minute. Because there's only 4 numbers it could be. Who will get it? Axel's got it. It is 61. Good job to Axel. It is 61% of the population of Nauru is obese. Apparently they also have the highest rates of type 2 diabetes in the world. Just terrifying. But also like someone has to be number 1, right? Number 8. What did the British originally call Nauru? What did the British originally call Nauru when they first sailed by and talked to the people who lived there? What did they call it? Not British Fiji, actually. They called it Blank Island. Let's put it that way. Blank Island. Not the Cook Islands. Acid Nutria's got it. It's Pleasant Island. Good job to Acid Nutria. The answer is Pleasant Island. Number 9. What does the stripe on Nauru's flag represent? What does the stripe on Nauru's flag represent? Dr. Pickle's got it. It's the equator. Good job to Dr. Pickle. Nauru is just south of the equator, so they kind of drew a little map of the ocean on their flag. So the stripe is the equator. Pretty neat. Easy one. Number 10. Nauru is the world's smallest what? Nauru is the world's smallest what? Not country, not island. That's debatable. World's smallest island? Not quite island country. Not quite. I mean, kind of, but not the word I'm looking for. The word I'm looking for is republic. Good job to us in Nutria. It is the world's smallest republic, but I'm sure it's also the world's smallest island country. Unless there's an island kingdom somewhere that's smaller, but I can't think of it. But I'm looking for a republic. So point to us in Nutria. The world's smallest republic. And don't make Malaysia smaller, my goodness. Number 11. What is Nauru's currency? What is Nauru's currency? Not the lira. Is it like when in doubt, guess lira? What is Nauru's currency? Yep, Asanutri's got it. They use Australia's currency. It's the Australian dollar. Good job to Asanutria. They use the Australian dollar. Oh, Mandy J was out there talking to little J. That's fun. Number 12. What was banned in Nauru from 2015 to 2018? What did the nation of Nauru ban in 2015? And after enough public outcry, they lifted it in 2018. It's not Justin Bieber. That's kind of weird. Imagine not being allowed in Nauru. What did the government of Nauru ban in 2015? And after pretty much everyone on Nauru kept complaining, they lifted the ban in 2018. What was it? Throw out some guesses, and I will lead you in the right direction. Not alcohol, not the press, thankfully. Can you imagine? That's a reality in some countries, but Acid Nutria's got it. It is Facebook. Good job to Acid Nutria. The answer is Facebook. Views, you are not at all late. I've got a couple more questions for you guys for about another 20 minutes. So yeah, they banned Facebook for 3 years. Well, apparently neither did the Nauruan government. Facebook should be banned worldwide. I low-key kind of agree. It's gotten out of hand. Number 13. What event from 1878 to 1888 killed a third of the population? What event in Nauru from 1878 to 88 killed a third of the population? It was not smallpox. It was not a disease of any kind. I'll give you that. It was nothing viral. It was not a disease. What event that lasted 10 years? A very prolonged tsunami? No, it was not a volcano. Nauru is a coral island. It's not volcanic, so no eruptions on Nauru. Thankfully, because that would be kind of devastating. Mandy J's got it. It was a civil war. Good job to Mandy J. It was a civil war. The story is that when when the British came by, they traded, I'm telling you, Asanutria, they traded the Nauruans guns and alcohol. And at one wedding, when one tribal prince was marrying another tribal princess, they got drunk and argued and started shooting each other. And that argument lasted for 10 years. And yes, a third of the population died. And when Germany took over the island, they locked up all the tribal chiefs and confiscated all their all their guns and alcohol. And they forced the war to end. Oh my gosh, who just texted me? That was very loud. Okay, that lasts 10 years, right? Oh, my library book, it's a DVD, is in the movie that I rented from the library is in. Cool. So yes, that's the Nauruan Civil War. They were all drunk, and they all had guns. The world's smallest front line, exactly. Number 14. What is Nauru's daily newspaper called? They were drunk for 10 years, yes, because the British kept selling them guns and alcohol in exchange for um, staying at their ports to whale. Daily Nauruian, that's fun to say. The Nauru Times, nope, all of those are incorrect. It will make sense in a minute. What is Nauru's daily newspaper called? Walker's got it. There isn't one. Good job to Walker. Nauru does not have a daily newspaper. I got you. They do not have a daily newspaper. Good job, Walker. I mean, I'm not sure what they put in a daily newspaper. I did bamboozle you. Right, exactly, Dr. Pickle. They don't have enough news happening there to make a newspaper. But anyway, last question about Nauru, number 15. What arrived in, it wasn't the Civil War, my goodness, that was in the 1800s. What arrived at Nauru for the first time on April 2nd, 2022? What arrived in Nauru for the first time? And Acid Nutria's got it. It is COVID. Good job to Acid Nutria. That was the day COVID arrived on Nauru, April 2022. They held out for a long time, but I imagine being a Pacific island, it's easy to keep people out. They made it for 2 years, right? All right, well, the next country is Peru, but since we're running low on time, and since I did Peru questions last month, we're going to just skip it and go to these next countries. Next, we're going to talk about Nigeria. So here are 15 questions about Nigeria. Number 1, what is the official language of Nigeria? What is the official language of Nigeria? And Acid Nutria's got it. It is English. Good job to Acid Nutria. The official language is English, but they speak hundreds of languages there. My goodness. Number 2, what is Nigeria's film industry called? What is Nigeria's film industry called? And Acid Nutria's got it. It is Nollywood. Good job to Acid Nutria. The answer is Nollywood. Nollywood. Number 3. Which Nobel Prize did Wole Soyinka receive? They do make some good movies. Apparently the second largest movie industry in the world. Acid Nutria's got it. It is literature. Good job to Acid Nutria, who's just listing Nobel Prizes. The answer is literature. He was a playwright. Number 4, what does the white represent on Nigeria's flag? What does the white of Nigeria's flag represent? Now, I was reading about Nollywood. It goes Hollywood, Nollywood, Bollywood. Bollywood makes the most movies, but in terms of profits, it goes Hollywood, Nollywood, Bollywood. How crazy is that? Right? What does the white represent on Nigeria's flag? What does the white represent? Not their teeth. It is peace. Good job to Acid Nutria. The white represents peace. I'm tired too, Justin. Don't worry. Number 5. Let's see who gets this. The Niger is Nigeria's longest river. What is the second longest? What is the second longest river in Nigeria? Because the Niger is the longest, but that would be blocked in the chat if I made you guess the Niger River. It's not the Zambezi. The Zambezi River is nowhere near Nigeria. What is the second longest river? I don't think DR's here anymore because I figured DR would get this one. I don't think DR's here anymore. What is the second longest river in Nigeria? The Nigerian River. No, that would be the Niger. Oh, you got it. It's the Benue. Good job to Acid Nutria. The answer is the Benue River. Good job, Acid Nutria. Number 6, what is Nigeria's currency? What is Nigeria's currency? You should, Asinut. You're making some really good guesses. What currency do they use in Nigeria? Not the lira. Not the lira. Kind of rhymes with the lira, but it's not the lira. I'm gonna take a nap after this. It's making me so tired. Not the Nara, but you're like a letter off. I can't accept that. You're like a letter off, Asinutria. Not the not the franc. It's not the CFA franc, Justin. It's the naira. Good job, Acid Nutria. The answer is the naira. The naira. Number 7, and there's multiple answers I'll accept for this one. What art is the Nok culture known for? What art is the Nok culture known for? Not paper mache. I wouldn't call it paper mache. Like, what did they create? I don't think they used paper mache, but something kind of similar. Like, what art did they create? I'm going to give that to Mandy J. It was sculptures or busts, little statues. I'll accept sculptures. Good job to Mandy J. It is sculptures. Number 8. Which region fought in an independence civil war in the 1960s? Which region of Nigeria fought an independence war in the 1960s? What was it called? What was it called? Acid Nutria's got it. It is Biafra. Good job to Acid Nutria. The answer is Biafra. Number 9. What is unique about the birth rate of Igbo Ora? Right, Acid, it was a toughie. And Justin's got it. It is twins. The town of Igbo Ora, Nigeria, has the highest birth rate of twins in the world. Good job, Justin. The most twins born. They call it the twin capital of the world. And no one knows why. No one knows why so many twins are born there. Number 10. What caliphate ruled northern Nigeria in the 19th century? What caliphate ruled northern Nigeria in the 19th century? Not the Mali, not the Commonwealth, not the Songhai, not the Ashanti. That was over in Ghana. This is very Nigerian. It's like the descendants of this caliphate are the oh goodness, I'm tired. Goodness, I can't think. It's on the tip of my tongue. A very famous caliphate. The British fought many wars with them until the British managed to beat them and take over the rest of Nigeria, the rest of northern Nigeria. The Hausa people, the Hausas. That's what I'm thinking of. It's not the Zulu. That was South Africa. But the British warred with this caliphate for a good 20 years. Not the Hausa. That's also South Africa. This is Nigeria. And they're not a Muslim people anyway. Okay, it starts with the letter S. I'll give you that. It starts with the letter S. Oh, there we go. Acid Nutria's got it. It is the Sokoto Caliphate. Good job to Acid Nutria. It is the Sokoto Caliphate. Number 11. I know my brain is fried too. Who protested against the British in 1929? Tell me what people group, I suppose, protested, led a little protest movement against the British in 1929 in Nigeria. Who led it? Not necessarily Igbo. Think more generalized. more generalized than cultural groups. Nigerians, well, they were Nigerians. Too general. Yeah, that's way too general. They led a big protest in 1929. Didn't get off the ground, but yeah. Who was it specifically that was leading this protest? Think in terms of human beings. It was women. Good job to Asanutria. It was the women's war. Is that what they called it? But yeah, good job, Debbie, as well. It was the women rose up against the British due to taxes. They were they started taxing women. They didn't before, so they protested. Number 12 has two possible answers. What large rock is part of Abuja's skyline? The Women's Riot. Yeah, that's what it's called. What large rock is part of Abuja's skyline? There's one famous one near where the capital and the president's residence is. There's a huge one there, which is the one I'm thinking of. But they have another rock kind of more on the outskirts of Abuja, which is bigger. It is very much like Uluru. It's not Dwayne Johnson. Imagine them just hanging out in Abuja. Zuma Rock. Good job, Asanutria. Zuma Rock is the big one in the government center. The other one is also Rock, but Zuma Rock is really the one I'm looking for. All right, number 13. Which city is nicknamed the Garden City? Which city is nicknamed the Garden City? It's not Lagos. It's not Ibadan. Oh, DR's here. Welcome, DR. I think major cities in Nigeria, not Benin City. What city's nicknamed the Garden City in Nigeria? It's Port Harcourt. Good job to DR, who's just listing huge cities in Nigeria, but it is Port Harcourt. Good job, DR, for getting it first. Number 14. Which culture, Port Harcourt, which culture considers the Ocean Osogbo Grove to be sacred? Hey, young guy, welcome. And turns out I'm behind, young guy, so we've got a lot more to go through. Not the Nok, not the Igbo, it's the Yoruba. Good job to DR. The answer is the Yoruba. That's one of their sacred areas. And the easiest question about Nigeria, number 15. What is Nigeria's largest export? What is Nigeria's largest export? And DR's got it. It is oil. Good job to DR. The answer is oil. All right. 3 countries left. No, perfect, Justin. 3 countries left. The next one's going to be Spain. We're going to be talking about Spain. So here are 15 questions about Spain, España. Number 1, who is the current king of Spain? Right, Asanutria was the champ there. Plays are having a lisp is cool. It is not Juan Carlos. Juan Carlos has been dead for a minute. Not Alfonso. Who is the current king of Spain? It's Juan Carlos' son, but it's not like Juan Carlos II. I'll give that to Asanutria. It's Felipe the Sixth, I think, if I wrote that down right. So I'll accept Philip. It is Felipe with Justin right behind. It's King Felipe. Number 2, who wrote Don Quixote? Who wrote Don Quixote? DR's got it. It is Cervantes. Good job to DR. It is Miguel de Cervantes. Number 3, what festival is held in Buñol, Valencia every August? Tiradentes. TR knows that Brazilian freedom fighters, Tiradentes. And DR's got it. It's La Tomatina, or the world's biggest food fight, where they throw tomatoes at each other. Good job to DR. It is La Tomatina. Number 4. Isn't that also in Italy? I don't think so. Number 4, Madrid is home to the world's oldest what, which opened in 1725. Yeah, it's in Valencia. I don't think the Italians would waste food like that. Definitely not church, not university, not museum. This building opened in 1725. It's the world's oldest what? Yeah, Harvard's way older than that. And there's museums that are also older. Not clock tower. I know the world's oldest still functioning clock towers in Prague. Not bank. Not palace. It's definitely way older palaces. The young guy's got it. It is restaurant. Good job to young guy. It is the world's oldest restaurant still in operation. Good job, young guy. The world's oldest restaurant still, and you can still go there and eat today. The world's oldest restaurants in Ireland. I think it's the world's oldest bar or pub or something is in Ireland. It's something like that. Yeah, it's like, yeah, but an actual like sit down modern day restaurant is in Madrid. Breaking geography news, number 5. What island just got a new UNESCO site? UNESCO had their big conference these past 2 weeks. I think it was in Saudi Arabia. They created 13 new UNESCO sites. And one of them is on an island of Spain. It's not Majorca. It's not Ibiza. I mean, there's like 8 islands it could be, so it's not the Canaries. What island just got a new UNESCO site? It is Menorca. Good job to Caroline. It is a prehistoric site in Menorca. How cool is that? Good job, Caroline. Number 6. I kind of want to do a video about all the new sites, but I don't have time in my schedule. Number 6. Technically, Spain borders which African country? Plus, none of the new sites were in areas that I've already covered, so I'll get to them eventually. DR's got it. It is Morocco. Good job to DR. The answer is Morocco. Spain technically borders Morocco because of Ceuta and Melilla. Number 7. Who paid for Columbus's 1492 voyage? Who paid for Christopher Columbus's voyage in 1492? And DR's got it. It's Ferdinand and Isabella. Good job to DR. The answer is Ferdinand and Isabella, the king and queen of the time. Number 8. All right, this is a number question, so let's play high and low. You have to guess the number. How many years has La Sagrada Familia been under construction? How many years has La Sagrada Familia been under construction? All right, hold on. It's higher than 122, lower than 150. Definitely lower than 1200. It is higher than 130, higher than 136, or we narrowed it down real fast. Higher than 136, higher than 140, lower than 144. So, who will get it? Who will get it? I'm just going to wait. No more highs and lows. Who's going to get it? Justin got it. It's 141 years. Good job to Justin for getting it first. It's been under construction for 141 years. It began in 1882. I just read the new projections. It's now 2031. They think it'll be done. Anyway, in our lifetimes, it will be done. Number 9. What festival is held yearly in Pamplona? Is that a challenge, right? What festival is held yearly in Pamplona? And Asinutria got it now. It is the Running of the Bulls. Good job to Asinutria for getting it first. It is the Big Bull Run, the Running of the Bulls. Number 10. Who did the Spanish women's team beat to win the 2023 World Cup? The Spanish women's team won the FIFA World Cup. Who did they beat in the finals to win it? Not France, not Japan. I know because I have friends in this country who watched the game and were disappointed that their team did not great. I mean, it was a close game, but who did they beat? Caroline got it. It was England. Good job to Caroline. The answer is England. England came very close, but wasn't it like a 1-0 game in the shootouts or something? I think it was a shootout game. It was not coming home. It certainly was not coming home. Number 11. What Moorish castle is located in Granada? What's the most famous Moorish castle located in Granada, in the region we're going to be talking about next month? It is the Alhambra. Good job to DR. The answer is the Alhambra. The Alhambra. Number 12. What dance was created in Andalusia, in the region we're going to talk about? What dance was created in Andalusia? DR's got it. It is flamenco. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is the flamenco. Number 13. This one will be a number. Let's play high and low. How many words are in Spain's national anthem? Tango, yeah, it was made in Buenos Aires and Uruguay. Hello, Sarah. Good to see you. Asanutria's got it. It is 0. Good job to Asanutria. It has 0 words. There's no words. It's just music. Good job, Asanutria. The Spanish national anthem has 0 words in it. I tricked DR. That doesn't happen often. Number 14. Who was dictator of Spain from 1939 to 1975? Witnessed history. DR's got this one. It is Franco. Good job to DR for getting it first. It is Francisco Franco. And number 15. What northern region has been actively pushing for independence from Spain? What northern region is pushing for independence? And DR's got it. It is the Basque country. Good job to DR. The answer is the Basque country. All right, second to last country, but it's a good one. We're going to be going to 2 areas of India. I'm so excited. The week before Halloween, we're going to be talking a lot about India. So let's get into it. Number 1, just an easy one to start. What animal is sacred to Hindus? What is the most sacred animal to Hindus? And DR's got it. It is cows. Good job to DR for getting it first. It is cows. They believe that apparently that there's various gods that live inside the cows, so they don't eat the cows. And they have free reign. Number 2, who commissioned the Taj Mahal? Who commissioned the Taj Mahal? He didn't build it with his own hands, but DR knows it was Shah Jahan. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is Shah Jahan, made for his wife. Number 3, this is one of the regions we're going to be talking about. Andhra Pradesh was the first place in the world to mine what stone? Andhra Pradesh, one of the regions of India we're going next month, was the first place in the world to Nutria, the world's oldest diamond. I think it's still open because this was in like the BCE time. They mined diamonds for the first time in Andhra Pradesh. Number 4, what board game did King Balhaut, I don't think I spelled his name right, King Balhaut help create? Asanutria already knows it is chess. Good job to Asanutria. The answer is chess. I also read that Chutes and Ladders was invented in India to teach kids about karma. But this king helped create chess. Very cool. Number 5. What about eels and escalators? That's Um, what what is India's oldest inhabited place? There's a lot of old places in India. What's the oldest place that's still inhabited in India? Not Agra. DR's got it. It is Varanasi. Good job to DR. The answer is Varanasi, the oldest inhabited place in India. Number 6. What is the national animal of India? Very important religiousity, but good guess, DR. What is India's national animal? It is not the elephant, it is the Bengal tiger. Good job to DR. The answer is the Bengal tiger is India's national animal. Good job, DR. Number 7. The village of Meghalaya holds the Guinness World Record for what? Wonder how Bangladesh feels about that. What's Bangladesh's national animal then? There might be tigers too. They have a lot of tigers there. The village of Meghalaya holds the Guinness World Record for what? Not the oldest temple. It doesn't have to do with a building in it. It's a little village. The village of Meghalaya holds the Guinness World Record for what? DR's got it. Rainfall. That village gets the most rainfall out of any other place in the world. Can you believe that? The most rainfall of any other place in the world is in that town. Incredible. Meghalaya is a state. Is it? It's in the eastern part. I didn't know that. Anyway, it's a village in Meghalaya, then probably borders Bangladesh. That makes sense. Moving on. Sure, it's the Netherlands. It's not just. It's India. Number 8. What was discovered at the bottom of Lake Rupkund in the Himalayas? What did they accidentally discover at the bottom of a lake? A lake called Lake Rupkund up in the Himalayas. I'm going to give that to Acinutria. It was a bunch of skeletons. Good job, Acinutria. They found a pile of skeletons. And they thought that there was like a serial killer in the mountains, but it turns out that these skeletons were thousands of years old. And they believe that they were killed in a freak hailstorm and smothered in the water. Yeah, it's like a lot of bones. Like a lot of people died there. The Yeti got them. That too, maybe. That's the Yeti's storage area in the lake. Number 9. What Indian island is forbidden to visit? I think this island is in the island chain we're going to this month. I'm like pretty sure, but not entirely sure. Acinutria's got it first. It is North Sentinel Island. Good job to Acinutria. The answer is North Sentinel Island. It is weird spelling, but I understood it because they have an uncontacted village there of people who don't have contact with the outside world. And when we don't want them to, just leave them be. And 2, they're very violent. They will kill you if you try to go there. So do not go there. Do not give them COVID. Number 10. What is the most sacred temple for Sikhs? From what we know, they do not have COVID there. They don't have a lot of diseases there. That's why people aren't allowed. Like all the big ones that we know of, they most likely don't have. We don't know. DR knows. It's the Golden Temple at Amritsar. Good job, DR. It is the Amritsar Golden Temple. Very famous building. Number 11. Who is on every denomination of the rupee, which is India's currency? The Golden Temple is made out of silver. I didn't know that. And yes, Acinutria got it. It is Gandhi. Good job to Acinutria. The answer is Gandhi. Yeah, I almost didn't want to put that because of the assassination in Canada, but it is what it is. I'm talking about the temple, not the religion, so it's whatevs. But yeah, Gandhi is on every denomination of the rupee, every single one. He's on all of them. Just like how Nelson Mandela is on all of the South African rands. Makes it easy. Gandhi's on all of the rupees. Number 12. What 2012 action movie filmed scenes in Jodhpur? It's made of silver. Oh, okay. I would have believed you, Asanutria. You guys are smart. You guys tell me all kinds of stuff. What 2012 action film was filmed some scenes in Jodhpur? Not Clash of the Titans. Very famous. Probably my favorite scene in this movie is at a very famous site in this area of India. They made it look completely different in the movie. It looked terrifying, but when you see pictures of it, I can't help but think of this movie. What year? 2012, which doesn't feel like it was that long ago. Jodhpur's in Rajasthan. What would have been filmed there? What buildings would they have used to film certain scenes of this action movie? By the way, it's not The Mummy, Mission Impossible, or Skyfall. Jodhpur? Jodhpur. That's what I read. 2012, The Mountains. No. Hey, by the way, it's good to see you. When is the flood coming? Not the 2012 movie. It was a movie that came out in 2012. Okay, so the scene that they used was in the big step well. Asanutria's got it. It's The Dark Knight Rises. Good job, Asanutria. The answer is The Dark Knight Rises. The scene when Bane is in the hole and he climbs out? That's the big step well in Jodhpur. Which, if you see it, if you've seen that movie and you see a picture of the well, you're like, oh yeah, that's exactly, just went in there and filmed that action scene. Pretty cool. Moving on, number 13. What was British-run India also known as? What was British-run India also known as? And DR's got it first. It is the British Raj. Good job to DR for getting it first. It was the British Raj. Number 14. What desert is located in Western India? What desert is located in Western India? And DR's got it. It is the Thar Desert. Good job to DR for getting it first. The answer is the Thar Desert. And number 15. What is India named after? How did India get its name? What is India named after? How did the name India come to be? What is India named after? What is India named after? It's a very specific thing. Not the East Indies. The East Indies came from the name India. Not indigo. You know what? I'm going to give that to Stan Talent, even though it's not exactly right. It was named after the Indus River Valley. So not the people from the valley, but it was named after the Indus River. So I'm going to give that to Stan Talent. Close enough. It's named after the Indus River, which is in Pakistan now, but that's neither here nor there. It used to be India. So it's named after the Indus River. All right, the last country that we're going to visit in October, oh, it's not on my calendar. I think it's October 29th, is going to be Uzbekistan. So to end the night, here are 15 questions about Uzbekistan. Number 1, Uzbekistan is doubly landlocked. Yep. What's the only other doubly landlocked country? Asanutri knew exactly where I was going. And DR got it first. It is Liechtenstein. Good job to DR for getting it first. Liechtenstein is the only other doubly landlocked country. Number 2, who invaded Samarkand in 329 BCE? Who invaded Samarkand in 329 BCE? So not Tamerlane, it was Alexander the Great. Good job to Asanutria. The answer is Alexander the Great. Number 3, what is considered white gold in Uzbekistan? What in Uzbekistan do they call white gold? Justin got it. It is cotton. Good job to Justin. The answer is cotton. Cotton is big over there. You can thank the Soviets for that. Number 4, what area in Uzbekistan translates to red sand? Yeah, I don't think I did a question about the Aral Sea. Oh, no, I did. It's coming up later. Hold on to that thought. Not Bactria. It's a place that's still there. It's not like ancient Bactria. I need a cough. 1 second. There we go. What area of Uzbekistan translates to red sand? It's a big hint in there. Red sand. What kind of place would have red sand? And Asanutria knows it's the Kizilkum Desert. Good job to Asanutria. The answer is the Kizilkum Desert. Kizilkum apparently means red sand, which is really cool. All right, this is a fill in the blank. This is probably one of the harder ones. Number 5, Uzbekistan translates to land of the true blanks. Uzbekistan, you know, stan means land of. Uzbek means the true blanks, not the cons. The true blanks. Think of a word for an upstanding person, I suppose. Not just men, not warriors. Land of the true blanks, not elders, not citizens. Yeah, think of very like upstanding, important people. What's the word for that? The land of the true blanks. The badasses. Yep. It translates to badass. No, it does not. Not leaders, not kings. Although you guys are on the right track. Not rulers. Slowly but surely getting there. Not the queens. Although, can you imagine, like, Yas, the Yasification of Uzbekistan? Not presidents. That word did not exist back when the Uzbeks were around. Not warriors. Uzbekistan translates to land of the true blanks. Think of a word, because we're over time now. Think of a word. It starts with the letter N. N as in Nancy. Beyonce's, no. Starts with the letter N as in Nancy. Land of the true blanks. And Asanutria's got it. It is nobles. Good job to Asanutria. The answer is nobles. Land of the true nobles. That's what Uzbekistan means. Asanutria says they said that earlier. Let me go back. I do not see it. You might have been typing in too much and you might have been blocked, but it is not there. Maybe you are. I don't know. Number 6. Where can you visit? Where in Uzbekistan can you visit a ship cemetery? Where in Uzbekistan can you visit a ship cemetery? Ship cemetery. A more specific region here. Oh, not like the town of Bukhara. What part of Uzbekistan can you find a ship cemetery? And Justin got it. It's the Aral Sea. Good job to Justin. The answer is the Aral Sea, where the water dried up and the boats just sank into the ground and they're just there. Very sad. All right, number 7. Uzbekistan's national animal is what kind of creature? Hi. There's your hint. And not horses, not yaks. It's cats. Good job to Asanutria. Their national animal is the sand cat. So I didn't want to get specific. So cats. Number 8. What is Yangi Yil? What is that? What is Yangi Yil? Jet jaguar could be president of Uzbekistan. No. Okay, so it's not a type of food. It's not a person. What is yangi? It's not a food. It's not a person. It's not something you eat. It's not a person either. What is yangi? I hear my sister making dinner, so he's oh baby. He's excited. Anything could be eaten. Not this. It's not a mountain. It's not a part of geography. Hi, honey, come here. My sad little bread. You know, last night I was at the gym, and while I was gone, he climbed up onto the kitchen counter and he stole my bagels and he ate like almost an entire bagel. He's literally more bread than cat at this point. It's not a type of clothing and it's not a type of building. Not a type of higher power. I'm kind of sad about my bagels, but I don't know. It's not a sport. It's not a god. I should say, though, it's not something you can hold in your hand. Like, it's not something physical. It's not a city. My boy. Come here. Stop being sad. Come here. Everyone wants to see you. Come here and be cute. My goodness. Air. It's not a cloud. It has nothing to do with weather. What is Yongi eel? No idea, says Asinutria. It's something that people, it's like 20 questions, right? It's something that people celebrate. We'll give you that. It's something that people celebrate. I'm almost done, Jet. If you give me like 2 minutes, we're almost done, Jet. DR's got it. It's the New Year holiday. Good job to DR. Yongi Yule is their name for New Year's. We got it. Number 9. What autonomous republic is located in the northwest of Uzbekistan? What autonomous republic is located in the northwest of Uzbekistan? Yes, there's a big one. It's like a huge chunk of Uzbekistan. They think of themselves as independent, but they're just autonomous. Greetings from Spain, 3:22 a.m. My goodness, hola to HGW. Come here, Tiny. The kitten is here. Kitten time. Kitten is here. He's here to see you all. And Asinutria got it. It's Karakalpakstan. Good job to Asinutria. The answer is Karakalpakstan. Yeah, I figured it's time to Google. We're 22 minutes over. So many Ks, I know. Number 10, we've got 5 questions left. Number 10. Who made Samarkand the capital of their empire? Who made Samarkand the capital of their empire? Asinutria's got it. It's Tamerlane or Timur. Good job to Asinutria. The answer is Tamerlane. I'm going to move my Red Bull before he knocks it over. Knocking over my lipstick too. Number 11. What disaster occurred in Tashkent in 1966? What disaster occurred in Tashkent in 1966? DR's got it. It was an earthquake. Good job to DR. The answer is an earthquake. Here he goes. Number 12. Oh, okay. What must you never do when greeting an Uzbek woman? What must you never do if you greet an Uzbek woman? You can do this to a man. Oh, don't kiss them. Shake their hand. Good job to Stan Talent. The answer is shake their hand. It's considered very rude to shake a woman's hand in Uzbekistan. And probably kiss her too, to be honest. Number 13. Who forced the Uzbeks to write in Cyrillic? Specific person. Don't just put like a country. Isn't that general Islam practice? Probably. and DR's got it. It is Stalin, but like even like a woman can't shake another woman's hand. Like it's a big deal. Like women just don't shake hands apparently in Uzbekistan. It was Joseph Stalin. Yes. Number 14. What is the longest river in Uzbekistan? What is the longest river in Uzbekistan? DR's got it. It is the Amudarya. Good. Or not the Sirdarya. Oh no, that's a different river. The Sirdarya is the second longest. I just ruined it. It's the Amudarya. Whoops. It's time to go. I'm going to say my goodnights, guys. Thank you so much for playing along. This was a lot of fun. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Ring the bell so you won't miss out on surprise lives. I'm going to go live again in 2 weeks. We're going to do history trivia. So channel members, he's saying, be sure to watch the community tab because I'm going to ask for years again. So channel members get to pick the years we're going to talk about in 2 weeks. So the last question is an easy one. Dr. Pickle's going to the beach. I'm so jealous. Who led the invasion of Uzbekistan in 1220? You did great, Justin. I'm proud of you. Marco just got here. I'm so sorry, Marco. I'm running late. The cat's sad. Dinner's ready. And Dr. Pickle's got it. It's Genghis Khan. Good job to Dr. Pickle. It's Genghis Khan. Let me go help with the sad boy. Okay. I'll see you all next week. Bye, you guys. Bye, everyone.